Episode 15 of Idaho's #1 podcast.
Yeah, fuck those guys who won.
Did you see that
won
shit?
the Bubble Award.
We're
Listen.
definitely not #1 anymore.
No, we are
All right.
#1. They're the best, it says. We're #1. They're the best. And are we putting this in?
Sure, why not? Let's just
call it out.
let's just
All
go
right.
with it.
Hello Meridian.
Actually, I've never even listened to it. Are they cool?
Neither have I. Hello Meridian is a local influencer in Idaho, and she does a good job representing local businesses.
Nice.
She's been getting a lot of heat lately because she does seem to have some kind of like liberal tendencies, you know.
I
She's
wanted you to say she was like hardcore conservative, and then we could like go back and forth and give each other shit. That's what I was hoping.
no, but here's the thing: it's like her husband's an outdoorsman. He likes to hunt and stuff. I know
That's
that.
cool. I can get behind that.
You know, but she's also posted publicly that she's voting yes on Prop 1. So she's got her things that people disagree and agree with. So
She's voting yes on Prop 1?
I think she probably already did. And she posted about
Wow.
it. But here's the thing:
Hey, we're free to disagree.
we're free to disagree. But they
She's
have
a retard.
maybe. I mean, I've met her before. Very nice, very well spoken.
Not very
She's-
educated.
But she won Idaho's Best,
She won Idaho's Best Podcast with her husband,
which is horseshit because No Quarter Pod wasn't even invited.
Yeah, we weren't even in the running yet. I mean, how unfair to not
With
consider
all of
us.
our 600 almost subscribers.
Yeah, but they have. I think it's called the Boise Bubble, and
Yeah.
these are people who do a great job highlighting local businesses, which I am, as you guys know, I'm all about it.
Yeah.
Whether I disagree or agree with some of their political views or whatever, good people, not bad people at all. But we are a substantially better podcast. Shots fired. I'm calling it now. We are #1 in Idaho.
Idaho's
best podcast.
#1 podcast.
We're #1. Maybe not the best, but we're #1.
Well, I'm just going with the same intro we've been using. Everybody knows that it's
Yeah.
like a little tongue in cheek.
I think people think it's real. I think they hear that and they go, fuck, these guys are legit.
No Quarter Podcast, Idaho's #1 podcast.
Brought to you by SimShot and shopblackrifle.com.
Boom. What's up, boys?
Howdy.
What's up?
Welcome home, Rob.
I'm on their, thank you. I'm on their page now.
Oh, are you looking at
Yeah.
them?
Good people.
Yeah.
Very, very, very powerful.
No, that's
So
awesome.
be nice.
Hey, you know what? Congratulations to the Boise Bubble, right?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? The Boise Bubble?
I think so. Good for them.
Hey, congrats.
At Idaho, like the handle at Idaho.
'Kay.
That's her husband.
Oh, really?
What a fucking good handle.
Yeah, that's a great
what
handle.
a good handle. And he posts all the different like cool stuff that people post. Like it's great,
Yeah.
great fucking job.
No, that's awesome.
Great job.
You said you wanted to have a fun podcast, so I'm going to start. I'm going to start off with a joke. You ready?
Yep.
All right. Let's see if I can remember this. I'm not a comedian.
Oh fuck.
I'm not a comedian.
Do you want to tell it to me off air and then I'll come back on and tell you?
Ah, shit, I can't remember. I'll come back to it.
Circle
I'll come
back.
to it. Yeah, I'll come back.
Circle
to it.
back.
Have you guys seen the there's a thing going around on Instagram right now. It actually made me smile. It's a bunch of like chicks they remixed Donald Trump's voice saying dance party with Kamala, and they're all like dancing with the MAGA hat going to the polls and stuff. It's really funny.
I haven't, but that's
The
awesome.
beat's pretty catchy, I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty funny.
Yeah,
I'll,
we need more happiness, man. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Did you
your
guys vote early?
Did you
Any
take
of you
your
guys
happy
vote
bills?
early
I
yet?
voted absentee this year.
I voted like 3 or 4 days ago. 3 days ago.
Yeah.
Monday.
Awesome.
What day is it? Wednesday.
I'm going to try to go tomorrow.
Yeah,
or
do it,
Friday.
dude. Hey, I will say this: when I was a California resident and I had to go vote, it was a whole fucking shebang, a long line. It was
yeah.
terrible. It took time. So the idea of like I have to take time off work and go do this and this, and it seriously took a couple hours. I was in and out, and I'm not even kidding you, 15 minutes.
Really?
It was seamless, and everyone was very nice.
I voted absentee. I wasn't sure I was going to be here
Yeah,
because of work.
Florida.
And so I just
Florida man.
literally on my way to Florida, I registered for absentee. I was like, can I still get in? So and I did, which was fine.
Is it a dance party with Beyonce? Beyonce, Beyonce, Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce.
That's
Dance
it.
party with Beyonce.
But like the new thing,
Dance party with Kamala.
but the new thing is like chicks dancing with MAGA hats, going to the polls, dancing to that, dancing to
I
that little remix.
watched something on Instagram on one of the reels, like where somebody wasn't allowed in a polling station with a
MAGA hat on.
yeah,
Yeah, I actually don't think you're allowed to show up to those with
but
political.
that's not a political.
I think the law goes.
How is that not political?
You're not supposed to
It's technically name.
Yeah, but it's like I mean, it's like his campaign name. But whatever, I can see both ways. I think the law goes you're not supposed to do anything to influence others' like votes. Like you're not supposed to be trying to influence votes at the polls, I think is the way it.
So would it be illegal if we got a blowhorn and a big no quarter podcast thing and just stood right in across the street, vote Donald Trump, no on Prop 1.
I'd love to.
Fuck all those judges.
Yeah.
I think you have to be like 100 and I forget how many feet. You have to look though. There's like each polling station should have a manual of arms.
Perfect, dude. We'll measure it with
They do.
measure it with my
Honestly, they
dick.
have to legally have to have all the rules in hard copy
Posted?
and electronic.
Oh, okay.
So anybody can ask at any time. And apparently once all of the voters are gone, you're allowed to be in there videoing them, watching the process of them collecting all the ballots.
You know what I did notice this time though is after I did my ballot, I walked up to the machine. They said, okay, wait for it to turn green, scan it, scanned it. After I was done, they said, what's your name? They looked or whatever. And they're like, Jeremy W, whatever. And they're like, all right, Jeremy W has voted. And then I walked out.
It's illegal. They have to declare it verbally.
Oh yeah, they say it verbally.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Did you check your receipt to make sure all your votes were tallied properly?
I did, and I freaked out, dude. I thought so. Allowing Idaho's constitution to be changed so illegal immigrants can vote. I thought I voted wrong on that.
Oh, I voted yes on that.
I thought I voted wrong on it. I thought I voted like, yeah, sure, let the illegals vote.
Oh,
Yeah.
No,
So, like, me and I
a
were
yes
talking-
vote. A yes vote is to ratify the Constitution, or I'm sorry, not ratify, to amend the Constitution, so that you have to have an ID, you have to
Correct.
be a citizen.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah.
But in conversation with Nick, I thought I had misread something.
Ah.
And I was like, oh, fuck. Did you see
Brian Linney?
Fuck.
Brian Linney went in try to run it through to see if it actually worked where you could vote without an ID here. Did you see that? They
Yeah.
did this
No.
on Instagram.
Did it
and-
work?
Yeah. So all you do is you sign an affidavit that is who you are.
No, I
No driver's license, no nothing. You sign an affidavit.
That's crazy.
I actually just showed my concealed carry license.
He said he's going to
Really?
fix that. He's got a bill already written and it's just
Interesting.
ready to go
Yeah.
as soon as they go back in session.
I say they should fingerprint too and eye scan.
Bro, I honestly think we
And
should go
sperm
to
sample.
Sperm sample.
we should go to all paper ballots and it needs to
Sperm
be
samples.
counted that day by midnight.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's already been circuit court precedents set that any votes that come in by mail after midnight of election day will no longer be valid. So there's precedent now that they will be able to wage lawsuits in the states citing what I think it was like the 7th Circuit Court or something like that. Court law saying, hey, these aren't valid. You guys can't count these and then we'll go towards it. Dude, this is going to be probably one of the most legally contentious elections
Oh,
in
they've
history.
got lawyers already.
In history. Oh, dude, the lawsuits are
Teed
already
off,
written.
ready to go.
They're already written. They're just waiting to click send. Oh, I remember my joke. What's the difference between 3 dicks and a joke?
What?
Looks like you can't take a joke.
Wait, okay, hold on. A little Omega action there. So you're saying that I look more capable of taking 3 dicks
That's
than
correct.
a joke?
It was funny when you didn't have to explain it.
I mean,
Got
look,
him.
Look. Let's think about this rationally now. If I were gay and took dicks, I'd be the best at it. There'd be fucking no one better.
Yeah.
I'd be the greatest of all time. Okay. Incredible.
Weird flex, bro.
Building huge buildings, towers everywhere. I was developing these big, beautiful buildings. They're
Oh,
glorious.
Oh, gosh.
That was a gay joke.
That was.
Fucking super gay.
So you're totally,
Literally.
you just don't want to hear his voice, huh? Is what you're saying?
Oh, we're talking about.
All right, well, fuck it.
What are we
Let's get
talking
into
about? Let's
it.
go. Rogan Trump. Jeremy won't watch it.
I don't want to watch it. I don't want to watch it. I
I
tried.
thought it was a very, very good interview.
Yeah.
They're great buildings, Joe.
I think he is better in interviews like that, just having a conversation than he is at his rallies.
Rogan is a uniquely capable interviewer, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is willing to say.
I love it. He kept him on track.
He's
like,
willing to be like, I don't care about that. I
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
hear about this. You know what I mean? Like, not many people are willing to say that to Donald
Yeah.
Trump. Or he would be like, well, let's come back to that later. Let's talk about this now. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
He did a good job keeping him.
Yeah, how do you know? You didn't fucking listen to it.
He did. I listened to 5 minutes of it, and then I listened to Joe Rogan talk about how it was.
Yeah.
Which to me was easier to deal with than listening to just the most glorious ballots. They were beautiful. They were pristine. I did a great job, Joe. I couldn't do it, man. I'm so like I get so distracted so fucking easily. The second if Joe's like, oh, well, what do you think about border control? And he's like, listen, it's horrible. Like immediately, the second there's like an additional a descriptive word, I'm just like, and I'm just gone. My brain's elsewhere.
Think about why he does that though. Like, dude,
Oh, to
everything
annoy
he's-
me specifically.
Yeah,
I think
probably.
it's specifically to give Shane Gillis
I
content
think,
at this point.
dude, I just think that the guy has had so much adversity through everything that he's done. Even, I
Yeah.
mean, dude, just think about building a building in New York City. Like he actually talks about like the
They're beautiful
permitting
buildings, Joe.
processes.
What a wonderful building.
They're glorious.
Glorious building.
But then
No
everything
one's
that
built
they've
one like
done
me.
Joe, let me tell you.
in the last 4 years, like I think you'd be a little bit like, you know what? Everything I do is fucking badass too.
Yeah.
No, totally. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just
listen
saying
to
that
it
like
because
I
it's
just-
actually it's a good podcast.
I'll say this about it. I went from tolerating him because I thought he was the best choice for president to I actually kind of like him now. I respect him. I have a more of a respect for him as a person. I do think he actually cares. And I see him more as a human and not as a caricature anymore as a result of that interview. He already had my vote.
he will. Yeah, he already had my vote. I voted for him.
I think the policies just outweigh anything else. Like the policies, he's had the best policies of any president of our lifetime, recent lifetime, and I think that stands for something more than anything else. Like
Yeah.
the policy is just over the person. The policy is
Yeah.
just by far. I mean, they can't even articulate what their policy is,
No.
and obviously their track record.
that's exactly what their policy
not
is.
very good.
Did you guys see the thing from the president of the Babylon Bee? His like official endorsement of Kamala?
No.
I'll send it to you. It's so funny. He's like, look, she's got a wonderful voice. I could listen to her voice for hours. She's just so riveting. And he's like, she. What other points does he make? Like basically the whole shtick was he took all of the bullshit that everybody's like, hey, this is why she is not or this is why she's a terrible candidate, and spun it to something that sounded like pseudo positive. It's really funny. I'll send it to you guys.
So in that, since you mentioned her voice is so tolerable, what I want to know, and you guys can all have your own opinion. I know that we don't generally like her, but I want to know what your favorite version of her is. I'll go first. I like Jamaican Kamala Harris.
Martin Luther Kamala is
Martin Luther's a good one.
That's
dude.
a good one. So joy cometh in the morning.
She was going hard on that.
Man, she was like that Southern preacher.
Yeah,
Bro, there's something about her, honestly, that I absolutely despise.
Yeah, no.
I just don't know what it is. When I look at her, I'm just angry.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
So I take it you don't like Bronx version.
yeah, no, I don't like any of their versions. I wish that her version would be the fucking dead version.
I was hoping during the Rastafari one that she was like, Buddha bop bop, and doing some of that. I was hoping she'd hit like, Lord have mercy, Jah will provide. I would probably be like,
With like hella reverb on the mic.
Yeah.
Ja.
I will say though, if she did say Lord have mercy and just like hit a joint, I'm
To the Babylon Zion.
yeah, I might have considered
I
switching
want her
my
to
vote.
play the dead version.
The dead version.
Yeah.
The Denver, yeah.
Yeah.
Like Dia de los Muertos or like for real?
Like, like dead,
Allegedly.
dead.
It's a good thing we run a comedy
I don't
podcast.
think we've seen Mexican Kamala yet, have we?
It's on its way.
Is it? For
They'll break that out.
What she
this
does
week.
at LA. She'll hit it.
She just gets out of her motorcade and runs.
Orale, vatos locos, permida,
That was racist. It was a joke, people.
Hey, you know what? I'm the first to say I fucking love Mexicans, so I don't give a shit.
Oh yeah, man.
I used to work construction, dude, and all of them would call me like gringos locos all the time because I'd walk up and get on the job site and I'd be like, "What's up, putos?" and I would just fuck with them relentlessly, and they just fucking thought it was great.
Yeah, I saw this great video of this guy who is like doing a spoof on cultural appropriation and like how all these white people get like they're freaking panties in a twist over, oh, you can't, that's cultural appropriation. So this is like, dude, redhead white dude. He looks like Rob, fucking like red face, red hair, whatever. Goes up on this camera. He's wearing a sombrero, a poncho, and like a cheesy
I've
like
seen this.
fake mustache that he puts on. Like just it looks like a mariachi,
It's like,
spoof costume.
is it okay if I can wear this?
And
I
they're
was
like,
no.
"Are you Mexican?" No, like that's terrible. That's everybody, all the liberal college kids, like that's terrible. You can't do that. That's awful. So then he goes into like the Mexican community, and he's like, "Hey, can I wear this?" And he's like, you look good, man. Like,
Yeah,
all,
he's just like,
and
"Fuck
all
yeah."
of them were just like, hell yeah.
Yeah, fucking rock that shit. That's the thing, dude. It's all fabricated, man. All this crazy stuff like that video. So I watched Matt Walsh's "Am I Racist?"
Oh my god, it's so
I gotta see
it's
that.
so uncomfortable.
It is. There's a lot of points where I was like, I'm done watching this because I was
it
just kind of like
physically
"Ugh."
hurts.
But-
it's so uncomfortable.
Really?
Oh my god.
The
dude.
Did you go? You went and watched it at the theater?
No, I have
Daily Wire. Same here. I have
okay.
Daily Wire.
Yeah.
If you need a login, I'll give it to you. I don't give a fuck. Fuck them. You could watch it on my account. But there was a scene, man, the scene where he was in the support group, and he's like, I need to step out and just. Where's the cry room again? So he goes to the cry room
had a
and
cry
comes
room.
back, and they all find out while he's gone. That
Yeah,
he's
they're all
Matt
googling
Walsh.
him. They're like, who is this guy?
So he comes back and everyone's like pretty much attacking him. He's like, excuse me, can you guys explain to me what's. He does a great job keeping a serious face because I would have been giggling like a little bitch the whole time. I'd be like, you caught me. And he's like, okay, guys, it's no surprise. I'm Matt Walsh.
Well, like right before that, they're like, can you put into words what it feels like when somebody says white privilege? And he jumps up and raises his hand. He's like, it feels like a bag of hammers that hit me in the gut.
Go
And they're
into
like,
the
thank you.
ocean.
And he's like, and then I go, and then I get thrown into the ocean and dragged to the bottom. And they're like, okay, cool. And he's like, and then I get eaten by shark. He like keeps like throwing on. It's so funny.
They so in that there was the one
Bro, he
where
is so funny.
Oh,
he
he's
does a good job.
hilarious.
And it turns out that like apparently like no matter what, according to all the white people that are racial experts, which is very strange to me because
Yeah.
it doesn't seem like a white person's job to be an expert on race. I don't know.
Well,
My
the
opinion.
number one chick, what's her name? The one who wrote that book,
Oh, white fragility.
White Fragility.
Yeah, I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. But that's besides the point. But what I do know is that, so he interviewed the girl who like blew up those two kids for having the Cops Lives Matter sticker in the study hall.
Okay.
and it was supposed to be the.
God, I got to get this login because everybody's seen it but me
Oh
at
my
this
dude,
point.
it's so
Are
funny.
you living under a fucking rock?
I just don't go to the freaking. I don't go to.
Listen. 1
The
hour
theater.
off YouTube, 1 hour on the Daily Wire.
Yeah.
That's all we need. Funny videos can wait.
Oh man,
I'm just kidding.
but
Yeah,
it's
I'll
just
send
as
you my
funny there,
logins.
dude. I love their content. I think it's funny.
Yeah, I mean they have a lot of funny stuff, and it's interesting. And race is like such a weird topic, and a lot of people won't talk about it and stuff. But like,
If everybody would join the military, there'd be no more racism. But
I
and
don't
what I mean by that is there would be a ton of racist jokes everywhere, but nobody would give a shit anymore.
it's the weirdest thing, and I'm not just like saying this to like cover the podcast ass because I don't really give a fuck what people think. But like,
Yeah,
I
we're not
just
making any money, so it's fine.
yeah, no, but like at the end
What
of
are
the
they
day,
gonna do?
at the end of the day, and maybe this is because I grew up in the Bay Area, right? I don't see racism. I don't see race. Like I see like if someone's black or Mexican, I see that. But
So
it's
you see
like
race.
it's just like if you're a cool dude, you're a cool dude.
And if you're a piece of shit,
And
you're
if
a
you
piece
suck,
of
you
shit.
suck. Like if you want to be friends, I don't
I'm
care
an
who
equal
you are.
opportunity
Yeah.
hater.
No, it's funny
That's
because
what
you
it comes
say
down to.
join the military and it would change everything. So I just saw this thing on Instagram or X the other day, and it was a fucking bunch of shower heads, a bunch of toilets, a bunch of sinks, and they're like, you're gonna have once you join the military, and this is your daily.
Bro, you
Like,
you
everything
have to,
is out the
You have
window.
to take a shit in a room
No
full
stalls,
of shitters,
yeah.
with no dividers.
Yeah, no
So
st-
you're not only are you like your buddies are just staring at your eyes, like into your soul while you are pooping, but then they have to watch you wipe, and then it's like, what wipe techniques you got, bro? Like you from the front, you from the back? Do you look at your poop after you wipe it? Like you know what I mean? It's like everything goes away. And
Totally
so
makes sense.
When
I've never
there's
been in the military,
when
but
there
just-
is no veil of secrecy,
Yeah.
everything's on the table, and it's just funny.
And we're all the fucking same.
Yeah.
We're all the fucking same. I mean, we're not all endowed the same, but we're all the same.
Oh man, you want to talk about hysterical? The dick jokes that go on is funny because you can't hide it. You got a small wiener. Everybody's gonna know about it. You got a big giant wiener. Everybody's gonna make fun of you more than the guy with the small wiener.
Story time.
I'm like, are you looking for one for me?
no, that's all
I blended in the crowd, bro.
I'm average. Look at me. No, so I I grew up. I played a lot of hockey. When I got older, I played a lot of like adult league and rec league. And when the San Jose Sharks were off season, they would start trickling back into town. And when they would trickle back into town, the equipment coaches and all that would put together what they called Captain Skate. Captain Skate was whoever from the Sharks were in would play pickup games against the top local like just
Teams, whatever.
teams and the guys. So I got to go to Captain Skate quite a bit. So I played against a lot of the, Joe Thornton, Jonathan Chichis, like all these dudes. And if you were an active pro and still on the team, you changed in the Sharks locker room. If you were an ex-NHL player, you changed with all the normies. So I was in a dressing room with like Owen Nolan, Jonathan Chichu, Nabokov, like a lot of these like really big name ex-hockey players and stuff.
Totally know who those guys are.
Cool. They used to play on the Sharks. They don't anymore. And I'm not even fucking kidding you. Like one of the dudes leaned over and he's like, "Hey, wait till you see Chi-Chi's dick." And I was like, "Why?" He's just like,
Just wait.
he's like, "Bro, it's incredible." So I'm like, "All right." And he's like, and he fucking flaunts it, dude. He'll come stand right in front of you butt naked and talk to you while you're unlacing your skates, leaning forward and shit. Sure enough, he comes in the locker room after the skate. And I'm at this point just like waiting. Just like, come on.
Like just staring at him.
Let me have it
awkwardly.
now. I'm ready for
Then
this.
he's like this.
Bro stands up and it looked like a fucking elephant trunk, bro. I was just like, what the fuck is that? And that was like really one of those core moments of my life where I realized like life's really not fair.
Dude, there was a guy in my unit that Rogers.
Really
I'm
not
gonna call him
fucking
out by name, Rogers. He's from. I think he still lives in Utah. Anyways, yeah, his freaking pelvis looked like Squidward's face.
Jesus.
It was just ridiculous, man. And everybody made fun of him for it. It was just like, you got the big dick, we're gonna make fun of you for it. It was comical.
And I would say that Rob might sound uncomfortable right now because he's not chiming in. But I guarantee you Rob's not uncomfortable because he, at one of his house parties, made everyone, including my
Is
wife.
this the painting video?
Including my
gosh.
wife and everyone, which she don't give a fuck. She's married to me. She's fine. Watch his Picasso or Picasso painting.
Yeah.
Picasso.
And he didn't just show us like the painting and say, "Hey, this was painted with a dick. Here's a little
Oh,
video."
no.
Oh no, we had to watch the full 5-minute video. And as soon as someone started talking, I think at one point,
paused
I don't
it.
even know who it was. No, someone said something. He's like, "Shut the fuck up." Like, he like turns to shut the fuck up. And we had to watch all this video, this dude with this huge fucking dick just painting a picture of Rob.
It's a glorious picture, by the way.
It is.
I watched that for the first time in the middle of Indian Creek Steakhouse.
Yeah.
Oh, you see the video too?
Oh, yeah.
It becomes a thing. I think you get like 5 or 6 drinks in.
The
You're
best
like,
thing
let me pull
is-
this video.
Dude, well,
up.
Hey, it's
we
the best
saw it
thing
at
is
the
when he's
Christmas party.
washing his brush in the water, and then when he spins the paint, the paint.
Yeah, dude. Or he gets the corners with his gooch, just pulls it through. Yeah.
And then the mushroom stamp at the end after he signs his name.
I mean, that's just courteous. if you're gonna go that hard, you might as well just give just a little boop.
Dude, the best thing
It's
is
called Picasso,
dude,
right?
if-
Picasso.
If
Yeah.
nobody's ever seen the painting or
Where
seen
can they?
the video.
Where can viewers find it?
Oh, dude, Instagram. Picasso.
Yeah,
He's on Instagram?
P-R-I-C-A.
Does he just blur it out on Instagram?
Well, yeah.
I think on Instagram, but
Twitter,
yeah,
it's probably live. Like you
Jesus.
probably see the
live,
whole
yeah.
thing.
Dude, my employees got me
incredible.
this thing years ago.
That's right.
This painting.
I
But the
forgot
best
you
part of
actually
it-
have the real painting.
The best part of it, right? So having the painting, showing it to people, passing it around, and they're holding it, this, that, and the other.
And then you're
you're
like,
like, dude, smell the paint that they used. And then, dude, they're like, oh, and then you show them the video, bro. They get fucking so mad.
Yeah, dude. So
I forgot you
Because
actually
he
have
does
a
the
physical
borders
painting.
with his fucking taint. Like
Yeah.
he runs it like, dude, it's fucking great, bro.
yeah.
This is how. I mean, this is why OnlyFans is a thing. There is a market
For
for
everything.
everything.
Bro, and this
For
painting was not
everything.
cheap. Like my
Boys,
like
I got an idea.
it's expensive. Like all my employees pitched in
It's
one
like
year. and
Jeremy's balloon knot paintings.
Yeah.
bro, it's wild.
I'll draw whatever you want. Stick figures are my specialty.
Ugh.
Wonky stick figures.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
a
dude.
great painting though. It really is.
Honestly, it's fucking comical.
My
'cause-
wife doesn't allow it to be hung up in the house, so it has to be in my office.
Oh, my wife, dude. If she would have seen the video, I'm pretty sure I would have either been threatened with, "You're not allowed to hang out with Rob anymore,"
Really?
or "I'm gonna divorce you." Yeah.
Really? No.
Let's send her the video.
Just texted to her. Here you go. Boop. I mean, I don't know. Erica was laughing her ass off in the car at home. She's like, "Did Rob really just make us watch 5 minutes of this?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she was just like, I mean, I like him. I like Rob a lot, but I could really understand why a lot of people don't like him. And I'm like, oh yeah, no, it makes, when people are like, fuck that guy, it's like, yeah, I understand. It makes perfect sense. But he's the best. He's and she even said, she's like, dude, what a great host. His wife is so amazing. Like, I'm so happy we went.
Oh yeah,
all that
you
stuff.
won with Sherry, dude.
Oh,
Yeah, she's a winner, dude.
she is the
she's
best.
great. And she's a
She
fucking
is.
sweetheart, dude.
She
She's
goes
a
through the sack.
handful though.
Yeah, I'll believe that.
We were at your customer appreciation day, and she's like, "Oh, I heard you went to the lodge for your anniversary. How'd you like it?" And I was like, "Oh, the pool was closed." She's like, "The pool was closed," and that's what everyone said. Like, how could the pool be closed? I was like, "Yeah," and they gave us like $20 off a day, and she's like, "That's it." I'm like, "Yeah."
You talking
But
about McCall?
was the
The spa was open.
The spa was open.
So we went to the spa and she's like, yeah, how was that? And I was like, oh, well, like, honestly, like that was the worst massage I've ever gotten. And it was.
No, not that spa. The spa outside by the pool.
No, the whole pool area was closed
pool.
off.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the lodge in McCall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've never been.
Shore Lodge.
It's
Oh,
nice.
dude, it's
We
amazing.
ate dinner there for our anniversary, but we've never stayed.
It's nice. I mean,
Narrows.
the age, like if you look at like the craftsmanship of the rooms, like it shows that it's old.
Yeah.
But it's nice, man. The staff's phenomenal. They treat you like $1 million
Well,
and
the
stuff.
steakhouse we went to in there was awesome.
Fire, dude.
The
And you
Narrows.
said I went to the wrong one.
No, you went. Oh, you went downstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you got to go to the
Oh,
one
downstairs
upstairs.
is just a regular like restaurant.
Well, it's good.
Yeah.
It is good.
It's good.
Outright, no,
But dude,
not
the
Outriggers.
Narrows upstairs, like
Yeah.
on the main level, like
Yeah.
where the bar is, right
Yeah.
next to the bar.
That's the one.
That's
Yeah,
the
dude, it's
one.
fucking
Yeah, we
hella
went
good.
downstairs.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, that was good too, though. It's got a good view. Good
I was like,
ambiance.
I got the
Fish
like,
tank.
yeah, the compensation, or it's like, oh,
Bro, that's our place. We love that place.
Yeah, it's
when it's
great.
snowing outside and you're in the spa, dude, the spa is crazy.
the mule deer that are around that parking
yeah.
lot, it's
just walk around.
incredible. They just,
and they'll take food out of your hands.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
they're huge.
Oh,
They're
dude.
so big.
Yeah, it's incredible. But yeah, she was asking how it was and stuff, and I was like, yeah, no, it's good. And just kind of we were talking, chit chatting, and I was like, we just go there and. I forgot how it even came up, but she's like, basically, like, long story short, she's like, yeah, I love getting robbed drunk. That's how I got all my nice purses. And I was like, you're a smart woman. She's like, oh, I know it.
I believe that for sure.
But in her defense, she also has to put up with you.
This is true.
So it's like, some,
There's a give and take.
yeah, it's a healthy balance, dude. That's
fair.
It's a happy marriage.
I don't go without, and she doesn't go without.
Nope.
I'll tell you that.
How's the hat business going for?
Dude, she's killing it.
Fuck
she
yeah,
really?
dude. It's
Yeah.
so dope.
Really?
Yeah.
She's doing
Well,
really
then
well
she
with
should
it.
do the.
I'm looking for the video of the mule deer there.
She should do
'cause-
the NQP hats
that?
for us. A quarter pot.
Oh,
Bro, look at these things.
yeah. He's just
Yeah.
like, what's up? You can't shoot me right
Ooh,
here.
that's an interesting. Right, he's out. What, 3 on the right, 2 on the left?
Yep. His girlfriend's there. That's his cousin.
But they're so big bodied. Look at
They're
those
fucking
deer.
thick. And you know what's dope is he knows he cannot get
You're
hurt
gonna have
right
to,
there.
hey, you're gonna have to send me that so I can put it on the video. That way people know what we're looking
Bro,
at.
it's crazy. Like the next morning we were we were down in town and there was another just massive one. I was like, dude.
Send me that video so I can add it up.
Do you
to the
think? I mean,
YouTube.
obviously they're acclimated to know that humans are going to feed him and be all that shit.
They've
locally.
zero pressure out there,
Yeah,
for sure.
but at the same time, do you think that they're like, if I stay here, I cannot be shot?
Absolutely.
That's what's
I don't know
crazy.
that they're like. I don't think that they're thinking words, obviously,
Why not?
because I'm not a. I don't know, weirdo. But I do think. I mean, you see this during hunting season.
Yeah.
Like animals will move from public to private.
Mm-hmm.
They know where the pressure is,
Yeah.
and so
Bro, that place has gotten so grown up to right there by the lodge. Like they've made those condos across the
Yeah.
street. Like
Have you
dude, they don't
seen-
care. They're just hanging out.
from the lodge to the town?
Yeah.
Have you seen the house on the right that has all the fucking Harris Walls shit everywhere?
on the lakeside or on the other
street
side?
side facing the lake, so on the right side. So we're going from the lodge
To the town on the right
on the
side.
right side.
No, but that doesn't surprise me.
Oh my god. I was glitched out, dude. I was like, "What? How the fuck could you have that?"
that
I was
doesn't, that
freaking
doesn't
out.
surprise me at all.
It was weird. I was just like, "This is like of all places, the main fucking road where everyone fucking goes. You got to put that right here."
Yeah.
And I was like, I wonder if someone's gonna like fuck that house up one day. But like, there's cameras on it and shit.
Dude, it's crazy, man. I've seen all these videos lately of these, mostly, I think actually all Harris voters who are going up to people who have Trump signs and like verbally accosting them.
Yeah, like going to their front door
on their
on their ring
on
cameras.
the ring cameras,
Yeah.
and they're just like, "How the fuck could you vote for this guy? He's the devil incarnate." How no.
Bro.
Just like going off.
when he wins,
wild.
When he wins, because he's gonna win. He's gonna win unless they totally cheat at this point.
I think he's gonna win too. Jeremy's not so skeptical.
I think he's gonna win, but bro, it's gonna be chaos for like a month and a half.
I think I said this before, but this is why I'm saying it. I think he's going to win. I actually think the left wants him to win. I kind of think that's why they have put out such a bad candidate. I think they want him to win. I think they want there to be unrest and war. And I think they want to be able to say, look what you guys elected him and look what it did. So that then they can put in the next phase
What a
is to
bad
try
bet for them though.
the next phase is for them to basically say this no longer works, and they're going to move towards socialistic election cycles where they're going to start just installing leaders instead of it being a representative.
I think it's
But then we
very-
get to do what other countries do, and we'll just drag them out by their fucking necks if they're bad.
I think that's the plan. My call is that this is what they want. They want that they're going to either blatantly like that. What was the name of the congressman that did that interview that we were just watching?
Boner.
No.
Raskin.
Raskin.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Raskin.
I think some of them are going to say things blatantly.
I'd say I drag him out by his fucking hair, but I think he lost it when he got cancer or some shit.
If you're listening, go look this up. Congressman Raskin basically said on an interview recorded that it is up to them to block Trump's, if he is elected, to block his taking over the office, and then he literally said, we are going to all need bodyguards. It is going to be Civil War conditions.
Do you think Trump fucked in the Oval Office?
Oh, for sure.
Fucking.
There is zero
I know that's unrelated,
chance-
but that's all my brain's thinking
no,
about right now.
that's fair, dude. There's zero chance that any president hasn't.
Because, like,
What's the most square president that we have had? Like, they still did.
Bill
For
Clinton,
sure.
Bill Clinton.
I would
for
say
sure.
that he is. Actually, I would say he's the most square.
You think so?
Yeah.
Nah.
No alcohol, no drugs.
Billionaire playboy, though. Nah.
Yeah.
In that aspect, probably not.
I don't
but
think he's a
just-
square.
Man. Because now I'm thinking about it, and if I the
Lyndon
very
B. Johnson. I don't know. That just sounds like a square name.
does sound like a square ass name, like
I guarantee there's zero chance. That's the first thing I'm doing as a president.
like I'm gonna get
I'm going in there and be like, "Yo, first
everyone
lady."
out.
Yeah,
Not even
For
first lady,
sure.
dude. I'm just like, you can fucking watch. I'm president now. I can do whatever I want. I'm the king.
No, I'm not kicking the first lady out. I'm inviting her in and kicking everyone else out.
No, I'm inviting her in to sit, and I'm just gonna call up all the fucking hookers.
Oh my gosh.
Oval Office party. Who's bringing the cocaine?
No, that's day one, minute
Oh, yeah.
one.
No, 100.
That's for sure. You're not the president.
For the listeners,
Until
I
you-
was just kidding. I love my wife, and I treat her well.
Come on, you're not the president unless you've gotten it on in the Oval Office.
I think honestly, Bill Clinton had it right,
I mean, he was married to Hillary.
dude. If I was married to
I don't
Hillary
want to. I
Clinton,
don't want to shit on the
I
sanctity
would-
of marriage, but golly, what a terrible
nope,
woman.
Some sanctity of marriage doesn't count.
And she's just
If
gotten
you're
better
married-
with age.
If you're married to Hillary Clinton, you're
She's like a fine wine.
like
Oh
Nancy
my
Pelosi.
God.
I'll tell you the risky ones though, because you know that there's like staffers.
He hasn't aged very well either. But I guess
Trump?
that's what pedophiles look like. No.
Oh, Bill. No, neither.
Clinton.
No, he
Clinton,
hasn't.
yeah, no, he looks like he's dying.
The risky ones though, I guarantee the staffers who are like, "Hey, Oval Office is open. Let's go." Like
Yeah.
that's the risky ones right there. Because like, what happens when the president walks in and you're freaking getting your freak on?
Clapping ass.
Yeah,
President would just be like,
clapping cheeks.
continue. Finish up.
Clinton's in office. He's like, "Can you give me P Diddy?
Yeah, P. Diddy.
I'm gonna need P Diddy on line 3."
Damn. So speaking of P. Diddy, though, I know we're jumping hard on all sorts of different topics. So this lady had come out.
Yeah,
and
we
said
had. There was no plan as to what we were gonna talk about. We're just
No.
gonna come in and have a shit.
We had to get back
talking
on track though, dude. You were gone for a long time. I was gone. Like we just.
I'm here. You know, I take naps on the couch in here.
Dude, every time I come in, the blanket's all there. I'm like,
I
oh,
fucking
Jeremy was
miss
napping.
you guys so much. I come in here and just smell the room and
you
lay
put your
down and
head
take
right
naps.
here?
No, I put my head on that side because you put your ass right there. And the only ass that's really ever over there is Justin was there
Yeah.
once. And so it's like, well, you know, it's probably fine by now.
Yeah.
So I sleep
There's a statute of limitations on ass residue.
100%. It dies off after like 48 hours.
All right, so
I'm sure
I
of it.
cut you off. We were
Yeah.
talking about clapping cheeks in the Oval
Oh,
Office.
what was I saying about that? P. Diddy.
P Diddy.
So this lady had come out and said she was trafficked, which is horrible. All that stuff that under P. Diddy's house, there was tunnels and cages where they kept kids, and there was intersections to go to other houses in the
Has
area.
this all been verified, or this is her?
Yeah, they
account?
found fucking tunnels on a P. Diddy's house.
Really?
With lockable rooms.
I haven't seen any of this
I haven't
yet.
seen this either.
Fucking A, dude. And one of those tunnels takes you to Michael Jackson's house. Yep.
No way, dude.
Yeah, dude, I'm fucking serious. Unless I'm fucking tripping off the shit that I was reading. And here's the thing, I had a few sleepless nights the other night.
Pull it up.
I had a few sleepless nights. My phone's, I don't even know where my phone's at.
Here, what do you just need? The internet?
P. Diddy tunnels, bro. Oh, find it. I'm telling you, man, these fucking celebrities, they're fucking lizard people. They're not normal. And Bill Clinton looks like shit because Epstein got busted and he can't get his adrenochrome. Sacrificing kids.
CNN report on tunnels at P Diddy Combs' house is fabricated.
Not true. CNN is not a trustworthy source.
No, that's Reuters. They're not trustworthy either.
Fuck them all. There's tunnels, bro. The lady said it.
I don't buy it.
I buy
Vice.
it.
Diddy's secret underground tunnel to Playboy Mansion debunked. That's
I don't
on
buy
Vice.
it. I don't buy Vice. Vice is fucking liberal.
just because they're liberal doesn't mean that they can't.
They don't report good news.
Dude,
Go to Last American Vagabond.
Dude,
All
if,
right,
he had
no.
if he had tunnels, that shit would have been already out everywhere.
dude, no,
It is.
Dude,
It is.
they
If they're
wanna put
telling you
much
that it's
dirt on
not,
that
Every
guy.
single article I saw, debunk.
Yeah.
fabricated,
where'd you look
debunk.
for it?
I just Googled it.
You Googled it.
Oh my gosh.
Did you
Okay.
duck go it?
I
Quack
can,
quack.
I can duck
If it
duck,
walks
go
like a
Yep.
duck.
Give me a second. Let me duck go it.
I'm not saying the dude wasn't in some weird shit and
Tunnels, bro. Tunnels aren't that far fetched, dude. Think about this though. There are such intricate tunnel systems throughout the United States that are all drivable underground. That are like, why would it,
Fabricated.
Nah, I don't buy it. Comment below. What do you think? And listen, here's the thing. If I'm totally wrong and that's completely fabricated, just enjoy my satire.
Okay.
Of me just saying fucking off the wall wild shit.
bro, I mean, who knows what to believe with the whole situation? But I mean, goddamn, if they were trafficking kids and I mean,
Oh, dude,
They
they
were.
burn them all.
bro, this is.
All of them need to die.
And anybody
what I
in
want
their
to know.
fucking orbit, dude, like all these NBA players.
This
like,
is what I
just
want to know.
All of them.
I want to know the
politicians.
list,
Dude,
and then I want
wood
them
chipper.
to fully publicize the Epstein list.
Never gonna get it.
I know. Well, maybe.
He says he's going to let it out.
I want the
And he
full
said
Epstein
last night
list.
at the end of the podcast that he's going to let the JFK files
Go,
completely
finally.
go.
The driver shot him.
But they were told, he was told by his cabinet, some high officials,
Be careful.
to be careful. We
lightly.
shouldn't do this. There's people still living, this, that, and the other.
It was it doesn't matter if they're still living or not. If the CIA, we're just talking about new generations of the same people.
Yeah.
If in fact, it was the government. The CIA killed a sitting president. Dude, it doesn't matter. That entire institution needs to go away.
Twice.
It needs to go away twice.
I believe they killed him 100%. Just all you have to do is look back 4 or 5 years, everything that's been going on.
Yeah.
That has been coming out with, pulling the teeth to get the information.
Did
to
Rogan
the
ask him
public.
about aliens? I'm only halfway through.
Yes,
He did.
he did.
Did he duck it?
He didn't duck it, but he's very interested in that. Like Trump's like,
Joe,
yeah, you would be
listen,
very interested in
The
some of
aliens
this
love
stuff.
us. They're the greatest people of all time. They come here. They're like us.
So they touched on like Trump got the reports of from the pilots, of
Right.
the most recent
Yeah.
things that were going
What
on.
the fuck are
so
those
he
things?
he was alluding to it, but Rogan was like, yeah,
Yeah.
I got to hear
I gotta
more
fin-
about
I gotta
this.
fin- I'll finish it today.
So speaking on that,
I finished it last night.
Did you? Okay.
So for every 1 grain of sand on Earth,
I'll read it to you. I'll read it.
You
to
found it?
I'll read it to you.
Okay, so that I
have it.
posted. I sent it to someone last night, one of my geek homies, and so check it out. There's no fucking way there's not aliens.
I'll read it to you.
There's no fucking way.
My take on it's a little bit different, I think.
I
than
don't know
what
that
you're
they're
gonna take.
aliens.
All right,
but
check this
there's
out.
all right, go
Here we go.
go.
If you want to try wrapping your head around how many planets actually exist, I did the math and it's unbelievable. The observable universe has 2 trillion galaxies. Each galaxy has 1 billion stars. Each star has approximately 1.6 planets. Multiplying these gives you 3.2 times 10 to the 23rd power planets in the observable universe. Here's where it gets disturbing. According to our measurements of the curvature of the universe, it is estimated that the unobservable universe is 23 trillion light years in diameter minimum, equating to a volume of 15.1 million times greater than the observable universe. This means that there are 3.2 times 10 to the 23rd times 15.126368 million planets in the universe at a minimum. If you want to try to picture this number, let's compare it to all of the sand on our planet. There are about 7.5 sextillion, which is 7.5 times 10 to the 21st power, grains of sand on Earth. Taking the total planets from earlier, we find that each grain of sand on the planet, we find that each grain of sand has to represent not 1, but 1 billion planets. Every grain of sand on our planet would have to
Where is this from?
It's a astrology or astronomy Instagram account. So think about this. We have all of Earth's grains to count. Take a moment to think of one single beach. And each grain is not one planet, but it's a billion planets. And now you have to count every beach, every ocean, and this is at a minimum. It's almost certainly much larger, possibly infinite, absolutely intense. So here's what the other thing is crazy. That number is like an unfathomably large number. Infathomably, whatever. Large number. If you Google how old is the universe, it's somewhere around 15. The estimation is somewhere around 15 billion years old. This is where my brain went immediately after seeing that post. 15 billion years. Okay, that's old. Let's call it 20 billion just for shits and giggles, just to say we're off by a margin. Or even 100 billion. Think about how many planets, if that is true, how many planet creation events per day would have to take place. To me, that points more towards an intelligent design in an instant design rather than chaos. There's too much creation happening in too short of a period of time for me to think that chaos has basically turned into that all at once.
Lord of mercy.
Isn't that crazy though? Think about
That's
that.
fucking nuts.
1 billion planets per grain of sand on the planet.
I can't count past like fucking 100. So
That's wild.
yeah. So the fact that people think that there's no extraterrestrial. Now, extraterrestrial, that doesn't mean like fucking little green dudes. That could be anything or multiverses or whatever, dude. Something's going on out there. There's no fucking way we're the only ones with fucking thumbs and voices.
Dude, I think about this. Like, I think about hunting on 1,000 acres. Like, and I'm like, that's going to take me a week to hunt 1,000 acres properly.
It's going to take you way longer than that.
For sure. But you get my point.
Yeah.
Like, that's a ton of space. And that's a fraction of the space available to us, which is a fraction of the space on our planet. And then multiply that times 1 billion per
Think about it, though. I mean, I've never really started thinking about this until, I don't know, a couple of years back. We cannot be the only living creatures
Sure.
on this planet.
Well,
Well, I mean,
in the
universe. Yeah.
Animals do exist.
No,
I
I'm just,
agree.
it's like,
yeah.
just recently when we were up deer hunting, we were way up in the mountains, well before sun up. Dude, and I just laid back and I was just looking up in the sky. And I was like, dude, there's a satellite. So I started Googling how many satellites are up there. Dude, Elon has like 6,500 of his own. It's like, bro, look at all the other things that are out there in the universe.
Yeah.
It's insane.
And
vast.
there's an estimated 1 billion
And that's what we
planets
could
per
see.
grain of sand.
That's what we could see with our naked eye.
Yeah.
Well, you want to get fucked up even more is we know more about outer space than we do the bottom of the ocean.
Do we?
Yep.
Do we?
Yep.
When you talk about an expanse that big, do we?
Well, because it can be it can be mathematically solved for.
Yeah, but
That's how they just figured all that out was math, right? So it can be mathematically explained. The size, the vastness, all the stuff of the universe, the bottom of the ocean.
I mean, when you talk about the bottom of the ocean is like as far as how many undiscovered species there are, sure, I agree. Like
ecosystems, species, living things that don't live. I
The
mean,
other
all
thing
sorts
is,
of
though,
wild
Mars, though, right? So we have all these things on Mars right now, and they even touch on this yesterday in the podcast. About the sensors and the cameras and all this shit, and we have no evidence of life on Mars whatsoever. Like it could sustain there. Like there's no life,
Right.
shit. Yeah, and there might not be.
and I mean it might be too close.
It might be too close, and fuck, it might be in a different galaxy, which is unreachable no
Or
matter
dimension.
It's so crazy though to
dimension.
even think about it. You know
What.
what I
String
mean?
theory shit.
yeah.
Because then there's people that are like, "Oh, did we really ever go to the moon? Like, how come we've never been back?" Or
I think we did because it was boring as fuck.
I think we went to the moon. Are you? Do you think we went to the moon?
I think we did. Yeah.
What about you?
I wasn't there.
Do you think we went?
I'm a skeptic.
You're a skeptic of landing on the moon?
Yeah, I think that it's possible that we did. I think it's possible that we didn't.
Here's what I think. I think that what they put out on TV back then was absolutely in a studio.
Oh, undoubtable. I can get behind that.
Undoubtedly in a studio.
But what would be the purpose of even going back, or why hasn't anybody been back?
It's
Those
fucking
are my two.
boring, dude. There's
Going,
no Starbucks.
I think that's fair. I think that's fair.
It's like they
what is there
accomplished
to really,
it, right? They already did it, but why?
To me,
How come
the only
no
purpose
other-
going back now would be creating a base that would serve as an intermediary between other planet.
Okay, though,
exploration.
but so what's on the dark side of the moon? that's-
shadows and cold.
I mean, it's definitely cold. I think there's military bases up there. There's no reason there wouldn't be, considering we have a fucking space force. Something's up there.
The Space Force is more like cybersecurity.
Is it?
Yeah,
Is it?
yeah.
Is it really though? I don't know, man.
Trump actually talks about Space
Yeah.
Force
Does he?
when he's on the podcast. Talk
Fantastic
about it.
gentlemen, fantastic soldiers. They're ready for space.
Well, there were a bunch of Air Force guys. He created a new branch.
But we've been doing things up there for years, dude. I mean, Reagan had freaking Star Wars. Like they were creating all kinds of things back in the day.
I mean, like
what
the
a
movie.
great fucking movie.
No, like legitimate, like
The moon is really a Death Star.
like lasers to shoot down fucking
Laser
rockets and all kinds
Yeah.
of crazy shit.
we need to get me a mixer with sounds.
This thing can do that.
Pew 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 pew.
We're just gonna have to trade seats, but you can do that.
I need more buttons than that.
Well, you can.
Wait.
There's banks. So like just one bank, you just pan
I need 100.
100.
Ready to go.
Well, we could wire your phone in, and then
Clapping
you could
and
just
shit.
you could play stuff off of
Really,
your,
it's just gonna be fart noises all fucking there.
the production
But you
quality
think
is
it was
gonna go
all?
away.
You don't think we win, or you think we did? Or
No, I mean, I think we did. I think that like what you're saying is like the actual video that was shown to the public was likely fabricated.
Like even when you look
what's
at
the
it,
what would be the reason for them to do that?
because I don't think that they were capable of
Filming?
real time. Right.
Like,
Like
yeah.
literally back then, like broadcast was a camera pointing at a screen that was direct line. Like I just don't think that they had the capability technologically.
We're
To
catching. We are catching, or Elon is catching his own rockets now.
I know.
Like, I mean,
I agree with you.
do you think it's that far fetched though that they?
yeah, back
I mean,
then.
dude,
I'm not. I think we went to the moon. I
Yeah.
just think what was shown to the public
wasn't.
was basically their version of staging what was going on in
Wasn't
real
there
life.
just a movie about that?
I don't know.
Yeah, where they had to like, okay, we have to make it look believable, and they had to like film the moon landing in
Yeah.
a studio.
I have no
They're
doubt. we
telling
went to
us
the
what
moon.
they did.
I think we went to the moon. I'm not. To me, it would be silly for them to try to lie about that. But I do think that they didn't have the ability to show the people what they wanted to see, so they had to come up with a way to make it look believable.
Can you imagine how unbelievably underwhelming it would be?
Now
You
today,
just get to the moon and you're like,
well, there's a bunch of dust.
well, fuck. Could
Yeah.
go for a Dutch Bros right now.
dude.
There is no roller coasters
Yeah, I
here.
mean, like that's a fair question. Like, how quickly does the novelty of being the first person on the moon wear off?
An hour.
Yeah, you're like
For me, I'm just like,
I
pack
wonder-
it up.
I wonder what's on that hill. Oh yeah, more rocks and dust.
Yeah.
You know, like
I mean, I think there'd be some allure through like the like the spookiness of it, you know, like the lack of gravity, the lack
yeah,
of
but
sound.
once
the
you
lack
get
of
over being afraid that there's going to be a moon monster trying
Oogie
to eat
boogie.
you, like
fucking moon monster.
at a certain point, you're just like, neat guys. Like, what do you want to put up
And
here?
then gauging the gravity, could you imagine how slow the attack would happen?
Slow
He's
mo
just like
moon battles.
and it's just like, oh, I gotta go, and you're just like,
Speaking of, I gotta go pee.
All right, we're taking a break.
oh, okay, well that makes sense.
Did it fall?
Probably.
Just do your best to try not to move the camera if you can. Rob's the skinniest of all of us, so he can actually make it work. Yeah. How much are you down? We'll talk about it when you get back.
There's definitely aliens. I just don't know what they are.
Yeah, but I'm gonna save it.
Yeah, save it because I'm going right into Bigfoot now.
Well, we can just talk. We'll wait for him to come back and you just jump back in. That's fine. All right, so there's definitely aliens, is what you're saying.
Definitely aliens.
Definitely aliens. Okay. So are you talking like aliens are little green?
Have you seen Men in Black?
Yeah.
Just like that.
So you think that you think like
Oh, I can't even
you
take
think
myself serious
you think the
sometimes.
beatbox aliens are running the post office?
I think that inside every single Starbucks there are little skinny pregnant looking aliens smoking cigarettes and making my fucking espressos and cold brew.
They don't smoke cigarettes in Starbucks though.
These aliens do.
Inside their flesh suits.
And no, they're not in flesh suits. They're like little pregnant worm looking things. Remember the coffee scene?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They look like pregnant chicks.
Oh, they're inside the espresso machine.
Yeah, they're just like,
Oh, yeah.
just doing their thing.
That would be awesome.
No, I don't know. I'm definitely. I don't. I believe more closely that there could be some form of multiverse or different versions of ourselves.
That's an interesting theory. I know Rogan's talked about that a little bit with a couple of different scientists, but it's like essentially future generations have figured out the time travel wormhole conundrum.
Yeah.
And then what we consider extraterrestrial is really just later humans.
Welcome back. Yeah, I think that's probable, you know. And also too, so like I went through this phase where I was like really invested in like Area 1
51?
documentaries, Area 51
I just bought a book,
documentaries.
Area 51, after being down in Sacramento. I was reading part of it at my
He's going to
in-laws'
show us
house.
what did Sacramento inspire?
I was at my father-in-law. I was like, dude, you got to read some of this book. And I was like, started getting into it. And I was like, what? So I ordered it on Amazon. And
Really?
Sick.
What are some of the things that are...
Well, what tripped me out about it was a lot of the people who used to work in Area 51, if they become public about anything, their houses get raided fucking instantly and ransacked.
What was that? What was that physicist doctor who has done a bunch of interviews and he said that he was working on like an energy source, like a reactor? He was on Rogan.
I don't remember his name. But what I do know is there was one YouTube documentary I was watching, and it was interviewing a kid whose dad worked at Area 51, and he said on my father's day, he never talked about it ever, but on his deathbed, he said, anything that you could imagine, we already have that technology. And that always kind of fucked me up because I'm like, man, you're saying anything
Dude,
that I
I'm
can
saying
imagine.
that to one of my kids on my deathbed, just like
Just
something that's
fucking
just gonna like
break 'em.
absolutely spin them out of control.
But just think about that for a second. That the government has any technology that we could fathom or think about, we already have. That's fucking wild. No, I'm not saying that's true. He's an old man. Old people are fucking squirrely as shit. Who knows? But if that's the fucking case, we're talking about actual fucking like time travel, being able to shrink humans, all that is possible.
They had a defector from, I forget the guy's name in the book, but it's in the book, the Area 51, where they took a Russian MiG, a Russian fighter pilot, defected, flew that fucking MiG into
U.S. airspace.
into an airspace close that were loyal to us, and they got that MiG down the Area 51 and they re-engineered it, reverse engineered it, and they put that guy. They gave him $1 million back in the 40s, I believe it was, from if I'm recollecting correctly from the book, from the 40s. They gave that guy $1 million to do what he did. They got a profile on the person that they could convince to do this. Mm-hmm. They moved him and his family to the United States, gave him $1 million for that jet. Back in those days, they gave him a brand new identity and they hid him away just to get that jet so that we could reverse engineer it and make a better jet.
Yeah. Shit's crazy, dude.
It's crazy, dude. The book's and those are just little parts of the book that I've read.
You guys ever seen what is it? Castles.
Oh, the big one was 1940.
The MiG one. Yeah. So that's it was like 1943. They ended up getting a fucking jet.
MiG 1, MiG 3, 1940, MiG 5, MiG 6, MiG 7, 8, 9, 15, 17, all 40s and 50s. I mean, yeah, plausible.
It was crazy, dude. It's like, so like they gave the guy $1 million. First, they created a profile of the person that they needed to pull this off. They did it. This is the CIA. This is the freaking FBI, like the whole fucking
Bro, we're capturing
thing.
a whole new audience right now.
Bro, it's crazy, bro. Like,
This is our new niche.
no, it's like, I read a lot of books. Like, I read a lot. So
Yeah.
it's like, I'm digging into this book that's at
Playboy
my,
does not count.
that is at my father-in-law's. And I'm like, what the fuck?
no,
So I
babe, I'm
ended up
reading for
buying
the
it.
articles.
But it's just crazy. They created a profile. They knew exactly the type of person that they needed to get this done. They found that person, convinced that person, gave that person $1 million to fly that jet out of Russian territory, and we got a hold of that jet. And then we re-engineered it, like reverse engineered it, and at Area 51, and we still have the jet to this day.
All right. Well, then here, after the podcast, I will send you both links. I'm not sure if we should post it. I don't know. But if you go into the archives of the CIA files and stuff, you can go on their website and just go into their archives and just dig around for all the stuff they've done. There was one about time travel, and I keyword searched it until I found something. They took an American soldier, they've strapped him up in this fucking setup, they got him hooked up, and you could read the whole fucking transcript. There's a lot of redacted stuff in it, but you could read the whole transcript, and it's like, all right, this is what's going on, this is where you're gonna go there, cool, tell me what you're seeing. And he was like, yeah, I'm seeing, he basically said, like, I'm seeing these beings, they don't look quite like us, but they are human-like. I don't really know what's going on, all this shit, right?
Bro, it's in his book too, this Area 51 book.
And then he goes, this is hot. You have to get me out of here. This is bad. This is hostile. You have to get me out of here right now. And they're like, calm down, breathe. It's okay. Stay there.
So he was like, what's that remote viewing kind of
Bro,
deal?
he was fucking not of this world for that time. Physically, he may have been, but his brain was not. They sent that motherfucker to another dimension.
It wasn't just us that were fucking around with like things. Like in this book, this Area 51 book, and we can link it in there if anybody wants to read it. But the book, dude, it's like $10 on Amazon. You can get it. I had it the very next day. It was waiting for me back here when I got home from SAC. But dude, they were messing around with like different beings and like Russia. Like, dude, it was crazy because there was like this.
Russians are pretty crazy.
There was this crazy like. Not the Cold War, but like just the information, like evolving, everything just coming so quickly at that time period in the 40s.
This is what I want to
just
know.
Wild.
If the government knows that much about whatever, future, where we're going, time travel, like all that kind of stuff, what's the point in trying to exercise all these measures of control over today's population of the planet?
People are smart, dude. Like,
I don't know.
literally. Like, look how smart Elon Musk is. This guy is a
Elon Musk
genius.
has time traveled.
Like,
Yeah.
who knows? Why do they want to censor everybody? Like, why are they trying to, put all the pressure on these big companies?
Speaking of censorship, that's the other thing. We talked about this the other day. Did you spill water on
Oh,
yourself?
yeah, fuck yeah, I spilled water on myself.
What was the what's the nomenclature?
Oh fuck, I can't remember.
1540.1 or
Yeah, well, you're gonna have to source it. So the U.S. government signed a thing saying that they could utilize lethal force against U.S. civilians if they are like
protesting
or,
against
Yeah, that-
public
I read
policy.
that, yeah.
Do you know what the
so-
numbers are?
That'll be fun.
No, but
All I
I
can
sent
think
it to
about
some
is like
family.
if that's the case, like, well, we fucked up making a podcast.
Oh yeah.
They talk about it on there also. Joe Rogan brings it up to Trump.
What Trump? I haven't gotten that far. What do you have to say about
I
it?
forget. I didn't even because I was working in the garage. I was listening to it, but
Listen,
they did
Joe.
touch on it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fucked. Man in the High Castle.
Oh,
Have you seen that?
the show?
Yeah,
No. I've seen it around. I haven't
bro.
watched it.
It's like with
It's like an alternate universe
It's
or
basically
alternate
what
reality.
would have happened if Germany and
Won.
China or Japan had won.
Yeah, War II.
And then this chick finds basically B-reels through this like crazy dude who had all these fucking videos, and she's watching them and she's like, wait, what the fuck? This is us. We won the war. We won the fucking war. What's going on? And he had obtained video footage from an alternate universe reality of it, and he was trying to get it to connect the two to reverse it somehow or some shit. Dude, I'm at this point, I think that the Hollywood elites and the top of the top of the top and these people who are making these fucking TV shows and movies, I think they're writing about shit that's happening.
No, it's just a big psyops. Like really.
Or
Like,
they're
what's going
doing,
on?
or they're putting out shows like that to make dumb people like me go, "Oh fuck, is time travel real?" And the rest of my day's ruined.
I
Bro,
wanna
like
know-
our news isn't even like our news is not even news.
Dude, Sean Ryan said something about that, like right after the Trump podcast dropped. He was like, "This interview marks the end of legacy media," in his opinion. He's
There
like,
is no more.
He's like his contention is that as the boomers die out, legacy media.
Bro, I'm surprised they haven't fucking taken one Sean Ryan off the airwaves.
Yep.
Two
can't.
Joe Rogan.
They're too big.
That's the number one and number
No,
two
but I'm
podcast
just saying.
in the U.S.
I'm just saying the
Caller Daddy's
information
number
that
3.
comes out of podcasts now, it is so beyond amazing.
Dude, Rogan,
It's
Sean
more
Ryan,
reliable.
number 1 and number 2. Caller Daddy is number 3. Kamala Harris's interview on Caller Daddy did
700,000 views.
700,000 views in however many weeks it's been out.
3 weeks.
How many views is
33 million.
38 million as of
in
yesterday.
2 days, 3 days.
bro? Think about that.
Also, too, if you look at the top 10 podcasts in the United States, all of them are conservative podcasts, which to me says that if
Oh yeah,
Donald
you
Trump,
posted that.
I wouldn't
if
say
Donald
that.
Trump
I
doesn't
wouldn't
win,
say that Sean Ryan is conservative, and I wouldn't say that freaking
Rogan.
is.
They're conservative leaning by today's standards. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I think policy wise,
I
I think the policy aligns with the conservatives more, but I think that they're more of a centralist,
I would agree.
non-government,
yeah, that's fair, but that also more aligns with us than liberals. There's a reason
here's
why
the thing,
liberals
like,
hate
I think
everyone.
that they just
I'm
gone so far
perfectly
fucking left that it's just.
I'm perfectly content with a bipartisan conversation that is like normal people.
yeah.
Same trajectory, same
factual information.
Yes, same destination, same highway, different lanes.
Different
You know what I mean?
lanes.
We don't have that anymore. Like the woke left and the alt right are going in opposite directions.
Yeah.
Bunch of fucking dumbasses.
Both.
Here's the thing, though. Like for me, I want to just be left alone and make decisions that are right for me and my family that I believe are right for me and my
Not
family.
allowed.
Yeah.
I don't want to be told that you're going to get vaccinated.
Yeah.
You're going to do this. You're going to do that, and you're going to fucking like it. I want to run my business,
Be left alone.
be left alone, and if I make good choices, then I make money. If I make bad choices, I make no money.
Yeah.
Let the market figure that
Well, I
out.
mean, he said that too. Like they polled all of the top businessmen. What do you want? Less taxes or less regulation? And unanimously, less regulation. Oh, you know what I mean?
100%. But we
Dude.
got to get back to a point where people are willing to work hard, and do the right thing.
Yeah.
Because all the other shit will figure itself out when you do that.
Yeah.
You treat people the way you want to be fucking treated. You fucking work hard. You fucking be a man. You provide for your fucking family. You do what's fucking right when you see people doing wrong.
Yeah.
And you just.
I like the crescendo in that statement. You fucking
he
do
was
the
about
right
to get
thing.
to-
You fucking start working. You fucking do the right
No,
thing.
but dude, listen.
No.
Like,
It's true, though.
Like they fucking
Yeah.
demonize dudes that want to fucking provide. They want to fucking.
Yeah.
You know, they want to do good. They want to
Masculinity is
fucking
under
work
attack.
hard. We start fucking giving
Dude, I'll tell you what, man.
trophies out to every fucking kid that's a fucking pussy.
Here's the other side of it too. And I
We're
know-
starting to dilute the fucking pool, dude.
Well, we all have
design.
different perspectives
By
on this
design.
as well, but there is a deliberate attack on faith in
100%.
general. Like morals, ethics, and belief systems that circle around a belief in God that has a and this is a pretty unanimous thing, but generally speaking, like most major religions, and we can have our conversations about which ones are legitimate or illegitimate, but they all have a moral trajectory that is, you could say, similar. Fair, right?
Yeah.
And dude, there is a major attack on that.
I honestly, as a completely non-religious, damn near anti-religion human, I easily can say that I can see that Christian conservatives are under attack.
Yeah.
And I don't even give a fuck about religion.
I've had this
And I can
conversation
see
with
it.
my
It's wild.
in-laws because my in-laws are a very they're very religious.
Mm-hmm.
They go to church every Sunday. They're reading the scriptures, which I have no problem with that at all. I think it gives some base to and clarity for them.
It's good for some people.
It's good for some
Yeah.
people. For me, I'm not a big organized religion. I'm not a non-believer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but I do believe in treating people the way you want to be treated.
Yep.
Doing the right thing always. When nobody's looking, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You have to do the right thing. You have to have a good moral compass.
Yeah.
The grocery cart standard.
But the attacks,
Dude, it's wild.
they need to stop because people of faith, like they're people of faith.
Well,
Like,
most massive
and I think
genocides and
you
wars
start
are
putting
religious-based,
somebody's
right?
back up against the wall, and you're gonna get attacked.
Yeah.
Like there's only so much you could push somebody. And I've always equated this to like divorce,
Yeah.
right? Like especially in California, like divorce, and especially if there's kids in play, like the courts are very more towards the woman, in my opinion, from everything that I've ever seen of any of my friends that have got a divorce and they shared custody. Like it seems like it goes the other way. You can only push a man so far where Like shit could get bad. Like,
Yeah.
literally could get bad. And I think that's where we're going. Like
Yeah,
seriously, you can only push so many. Like for me, we're a single income family, right? It's me providing. When you take that ability for me to provide for my wife, myself, and my
It's gonna
family,
get froggy quick.
you're fucking putting my back against a wall where I'm not a violent person, but I could fucking very well be quickly.
Yeah.
If I had to choose between eating and not, I'm fucking getting mine.
Or if you've got to choose between your kids or your grandkids or
Yes.
your wife's safety or not, like
Some shit could
here's
fucking go down.
here's the other thing too, and this is why I think we've talked about this. We talked a little bit about. All right, we're gonna get ourselves put on a list real quick. So we were talking about having a plan just for mutual support, family support,
Allegedly.
if and when things get rowdy around political events. We're not talking like arming militias. We're just saying, hey, if things get weird and we need to like protect our own,
Yeah.
like having a plan. That's a good idea. Bro, this is why I think that having community is so important because it empowers men to be, when they are pushed up against the wall like that, to actually be able to stand up and do something. Because here's the thing. If you are a standalone family unit, right?
You're not gonna make it.
Well, no, not only that, but let's say that everything is as it should be. The man and the father is masculine, is humble, is fair, is loving, is caring, is strong, is equipped, is prepared, and is capable of violence, though, seeks great peace. All of those things are in place, but he doesn't have a community around him.
Yep.
And he's pushed up against the wall. What do you think the first thing going through his mind is before he is going to need to take the action that he has to take right there? Is who is going to be providing for my family when I'm gone?
Absolutely.
Right? But when you have community, great community, that fear, don't get me wrong, the desire to always get back to your family should be a very strong pull. It's a gravitational force. But the fear of, is my family going to survive in my absence, should never be a question.
Yep.
Should never be a question. And I think that that's also a great motivator for them to separate family groups, for them to de-incentivize people from gathering, from preparing, from creating these like family culture groups where it's not, now you're no longer alone and you don't have to rely on one person because now all of these men are going to be able to fight as a force. These families are going to be able to fight as a force. And when one falls, the group covers the rest.
I call it
you know what
my
I mean?
MAG, my mutual assistance group.
There you go. Did you just come up with that right now?
No, I've had this in my head for years
Okay.
and never really put it into play. I mean, I've been, like I said before here, we've been prepping, food, medical supplies, having a list of people that you could actually trust and those that you call friends that I wouldn't call them if fucking shit hit the fan.
Right.
Because they're not prepared in their own life.
Yeah.
So without calling, it a militia or this or that, I mean, there are certain skill sets that I think everybody in this room here brings.
Yep.
Obviously, some are different than others. So
I can't tell if that's a compliment.
Such a side-eye look.
No.
Some are different than others.
Looks at me and says like, you fat fuck.
no, but I'm just saying, there's things.
That was so
You're
good.
good at comedy. That's
No,
it,
there's
bitch.
there's things that we all are going to bring
Yeah.
to a table.
Well, like, yeah, like,
Totally agree.
I was an electrician for like 13, 14 years.
Bro,
I have that forever.
that's and
it's
people
huge.
don't think about that. I've talked about this with a very close friend of mine. I'm just gonna kind of leave the details vague because of his job and all that kind of stuff. But a very close friend of mine, we've had that conversation where it's like you gather, like when you have a support system where it's like you have an electrician, you have somebody who knows how to frame, you have somebody who knows how to
Cars.
a mechanic, how to grow food, how to raise livestock, how to hunt,
So I've been
How
buying
to-
these books.
how to drill for water and
Is it the
create
ones from the
and
old
make
guys,
a
though?
No, I've been buying books because,
Yeah.
like Army manual, the Marine Corps manual,
Yeah.
the
Good
freaking
books.
Ranger manual, all of these manuals.
horticulture.
Exactly.
How do I find water
Because
and how do I
this-
drill?
If we're going to be relying on this if shit does hit the fan or
That
if they
goes,
want
that goes first.
they want to turn this off
Right
where you
away.
can't get any information.
I
I
Yeah,
can't
that goes
wait
first.
for cell phones to go away.
So then
bro.
where are you going to
okay.
get your information from? You know what I mean? Because we all
Radio.
rely on this. YouTube University,
I know.
all these things.
It's true, but I'm so excited. Like if it ever happens and cell phones go away,
I think that there would be a lot of
I'm gonna be so
chaos,
stoked.
and I think that there could be, as they ratchet things up in the hatred that they're spewing. I mean, openly calling basically half of the United States garbage yesterday by our president. They're trying to walk it back right now. Breaking news. The White House has come out and said that did not happen.
What-
Everybody took it out of context.
Referring to what again?
Biden
said
called
garbage.
everybody basically,
Gar-
if you're
oh,
a
that's right.
fucking supporter of Trump,
That's
you're
right.
you're garbage.
What was his exact words?
That if you support Trump, you're garbage.
Oh,
So you just called out half of America, okay? Then you're calling a former sitting president a Nazi.
Right.
which is crazy because Nazis were like not down with America. They were
Bro,
like,
Or
there's
like
so many
independence.
fucking things that are so wrong.
Dude, I type in Biden, and the very first thing that comes up in recommended searches is Biden garbage comment.
Yeah. I mean, come on. I mean, dude,
Trump has no character. He doesn't give a damn about the Latino community. He's failed businessman. He only cares about the billionaire friends he has and accumulating wealth for those at the top. Now he says immigrants are poisoning the blood of our country. Give me a break. He wants to do away with the birthright citizenship. Who the hell has said that in the last 100 years? And just the other day, a speaker at his rally called Puerto Rico a floating island of garbage. Well, let me tell you something. I don't know the Puerto Rican that I know, or Puerto Rico where I'm in my home state of Delaware. They're good, decent, honorable people. The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters. His demonization is seen as unconscionable, and it's un-American. It's totally contrary to everything we've done.
Well,
There
he
you
obviously
go.
said it. They can
so the
deny
White
it all
House
they
is
want.
walking that back. No, we're at a point right now that it is good versus evil. Okay. Plain and simple. I believe that he's going to win. Are
Trump.
they going to allow him to occupy the White House is the question.
That's a
and
great
between
question.
November 5th and January 20, what is it? 20th?
Currently?
No.
30th.
When is the inauguration?
Oh, the 6th.
6.
They're the 6th, January 6th. So, it's January 6th. Are they going to allow that? Are they going to certify the election? What kind of chaos is going to erupt from then and from then to then? Like that time period is a big.
It's going to be massive.
It's going to be chaos.
I won't go anywhere without a rifle in my truck.
Absolutely. I'm not even gonna, dude. There will be no travel. There will be like
make sure you buy toilet paper.
Yeah.
Panic and buy toilet paper.
panic and buy,
Panic and buy toilet paper.
Exactly.
Everybody. It's very important. Don't worry about any ammo.
Dude,
Just
no,
get the toilet paper.
I fully agree with you. There's going to be, and I think it is by design. I mean, we saw it
100%.
with the George Floyd riots, how they were.
Fucking Washington Monument. Turn it into the George Floyd Monument. We're gonna make it a third bicker and paint it black. And everyone's just like, I'll sign that.
That's right. You know what he's talking about?
yes.
The guy who was out there like doing those fake petitions.
Oh my god.
That was a really funny.
I'm glad that
can't
you
even hear.
can. I'm glad that you can find some humor in this because we actually need a little bit of that because I've
Bro,
been stressing the fuck out here for a little
Rob,
bit
let me
now.
tell you something here. If we get into real conflict, hope to God we do not. Bro, I'm gonna be a giggly little schoolgirl bitch. I'm gonna be like dragging bodies over and just be like, Rob, check this tattoo out, dude.
Dude,
It's tribal.
I mean-
like, it's gonna be comical. We're gonna be so desensitized, and we already
I'm
are.
already
We already are.
desensitized.
So, like,
I'm fucking dude. My business is down like fucking 30% at least.
Redact
There's
that.
businesses that are fucking failing daily,
Simshot's slow right now,
bro. It's fucking bad. People are in fucking a bad way.
but Costco's packed.
Yeah. People are still spending money. People are still going to.
They have
Taylor
money
Swift.
that they don't fucking have. Is what they're spending.
I agree with
Credit
you.
cards.
I agree with you.
Spend it
Max the
on
fuck out.
training
But
and
people
and
are-
when
bullets
that
and
fucking
guns.
interest
Dude,
payment comes,
Jordan
and they
was
can't
just
make it.
in New Orleans, and the entire town was
Orleans.
New Orleans was packed with Swifties.
There's fucking people
People are
everywhere spending money.
$1,800 a ticket on Taylor Swift, freaking Eras tour tickets.
Bro, I'm telling you,
just
we
like,
are
it's
fucking
crazy.
so close to chaos, and it's not going to take very much to fucking light it off.
Yeah,
And when it happens,
It'll
it's going to fucking happen quick. I'm telling you, like literally.
What if-
And it's not just me saying this. There's a lot of fucking smart people out there that are predicting the same fucking shit.
Yeah.
You better have your fucking home in order. Everyone better have their fucking home in order.
That is important.
Straight up, dude.
I make a lot of jokes, but like I'm hyper prepared. I have hella shit. I'm ready to go.
I feel like I'm prepared
I could always be
as
more
much
prepared.
as I could be.
I am.
But you're going to need to have a fucking group of people that you could rely on
yeah.
Yeah.
when the fucking shit gets chaotic.
Yeah. No, I agree.
And I don't know what that looks like.
Well, it looks like we all need to make sure we have the same channels on our radios.
That's at least. Actually, that's a good idea. I need to get on my Baofangs program.
What about this? They don't certify Trump. They won't leave the White House. And then Trump goes, that's okay.
And he just
And
takes
he
over
just
Trump
takes
Tower.
over fucking Trump Tower or Mar-a-Lago and goes like, we're just going to run this shit from here. And now there's two factions.
The question is what? Because whoever the military stays loyal to is going to maintain power.
Well, military
That's
loves
really
Trump.
what it comes down to.
The people in the military love Trump.
Well,
The leaders might want Kamala, but the actual soldiers,
here's my thing though, dude.
predominantly conservative.
We've had this conversation before. People in the military at a certain point do start thinking about the bigger picture. But the bulk of the
I'm going to tell
I
you
would
what the
say-
fuck is
I
going
would
to
say
happen.
E4, E3 and below, you come out of boot camp and you're just kind of programmed to get a mission picture and then you just follow orders.
I'm
You
just doing my
complete the
job.
mission.
Listen, maybe a kid, 18, 19 years old, that has nothing. They don't have a fucking car. They join the military because they fucking have nothing. They absolutely have nothing. Maybe fall in line with that. Guys that have a fucking family, kids, they're going to defect.
Unless their
and
kids
here's
and
the
family
fucking
are
deal.
at risk.
Law enforcement too.
I hope
They all
to
need to be
God
fucking
you're-
held to a fucking standard, right? It's either they're with us or they're against us.
No, I agree.
And the moment that it is, if they decide that they want to take up arms against people that are not going to go along with their fucking program anymore, the moment that their fucking buddy's head gets blown off their fucking shoulders, I guarantee they fucking start waking up. And that's what it may take, unfortunately, is going to be a little bit of fucking violence to correct these fucking issues.
I think that violence is inevitable. I think it's going to be
I don't want it
started-
to be.
I
I'm
don't
not a
want-
very violent person,
I don't want
but
it
I'm going to
either.
tell you what.
But I think it's going to be
I'm
started
coming
on the left.
first. My family is coming first, and those people that I surround myself with will be first.
How am I going to get coffee?
Better stock up.
I don't want to make my own coffee, bro.
Cowboy coffee, man.
I don't want that shit.
I'll tell you what.
I'm just telling you. I don't mean to get emotional, but I'm telling you, we're very close
Yeah.
to an unraveling because of the fucking rhetoric. And I want to say, people are going to be like, oh, well, Trump has the same rhetoric. Guess what? Trump has been under attack for fucking 8 years. The motherfucker is running for president so that he doesn't go to fucking prison.
Yeah.
Because they've tried to put him in fucking prison for being their
What's going on?
political enemy
What's going on with the sentencing? Isn't that supposed to happen? Like
after the election.
it is going to happen after the election.
That's what they said.
Listen, Joe.
Here's the deal, dude. The moment they fucking drug him into court in New York and they put him on fucking
Oh, for
trial,
sure.
I ran outside. I got a video of it. I know the exact day that it happened. It's on my Instagram. I fucking lowered my flag down, put the motherfucker upside down, and I fucking raised it up. And it's been up there ever since. The fucking flag is tattered. It's coming down this week. I'm putting a brand new one up. It's going to go up there until he is reinstated and he is the fucking president, or these fucking cases are gone.
What's
Turn your flashlight off.
Yeah,
on
your light flash.
light.
Here.
That's it. We are in distress, dude. And I've had multiple veterans in my neighborhood kind of get pissed off about it until I actually have a legitimate
Well, people are
conversation with
dumb.
them.
People are dumb. They
And then
don't know
they're
what
like,
it
yeah,
means.
that makes sense. We're under distress.
Yeah.
And if they could do it to him, they could fucking do it to you. They could do it to me. They could do it to you. The thing is, the guy's a multi-billionaire and he has like a fucking coat of armor on him because of the money. There is no way that you, me, or any of us in this room or anybody listening to this fucking podcast could fend off those attacks.
Yeah, could weather
You would be
those.
fucking bankrupt and you'd be under the jail.
Fortunately, this is Donald Trump's favorite podcast.
Obviously.
So that's really important.
Oh
to
yeah,
note.
you guys didn't. I didn't tell you guys he's coming on next week.
Yeah. And also, given the fact that we are the #1 podcast in Idaho, I think that we do have some armor. I think it's important to note. Also, I do need to address this now. What is the flag code for tattered flags? Mine's tattered, and I love it.
Tattered flags are supposed to be retired.
You
See,
retire them and you
It just looks so rustic.
you burn them.
I agree, but
Yeah,
they're supposed
But
to be
Well,
retired.
I'll take
would
them to the
give
Boy Scouts.
I would give them to
you,
the Boy
you can take them.
Scouts.
You
Yeah.
can take them to the Boy Scouts.
Yeah. See, so all the flags that I fly in front, I have 2 American flags in front of my house and a BSU flag in front of my house. The American flags are all Allegiance Flag Co. hand stitched in America by Americans with American fabric.
I need to get
And
one of
no
those.
China shit, no China bullshit. And they
I
last
don't
a
buy any
while,
China,
but they fucking, once one little corner goes,
and they're
Really?
gone.
they're just fucking, dude, every single, like, it's like literally like red, white, red, white, red, white. And it's just each individual one has like its own little fucking
Really?
flailies.
Do they don't warranty them?
They might.
I don't think you can.
But at this point,
that's just so much.
Yeah,
and
but a
even
flag
if they
should
do-
be able to have some some
I get about
resilience.
6 to 8 months out of one.
So I leave my flag on.
They're not cheap flags.
No, they're not. They're like $149 for like a 5x6.
I leave mine
or
up
3x5.
year round rain because I got a light
You
on
get
mine.
it
Mine's
lit.
Same.
illuminated. They're
Same.
up every day.
And my flag pulls 40 feet, I think. So it's catching all that fucking wind.
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Sometimes at night, like even in my like living room, I'll hear like, I'm just like, damn, something's. And Idaho gets fucking windy.
Yeah.
Idaho does get a little
So I
windy.
do need to do that. But even if it was a lifetime warranty, I would rather just buy another one from them and pay the money and have them not have to.
I have
take
2
that
or
hit.
3 on deck always.
Yeah, I have one, but it's not the one I want. I want to. I like my primary American flag is a big fucking one.
Yeah.
It's like a 5x6. It's huge. And then the ones under it are small. I think that instead of the upside down flag, I think we need to start getting ready to transition to the flag that started the name No Quarter Podcast. And I
black
think
flag.
it's time to start raising the black American flag here.
What's the symbolism of the black?
No
flag.
prisoners.
No prisoners.
Man, woman, child, nothing. No prisoners. You're fucking. You come into this area.
So
and
it's a ultimate state of war.
It's like, if we're going, we're going.
Dude, I battled over this. So my wife's former surgeon that she worked for at the hospital, badass veteran. Dude's a fucking legit. He's a badass. Taught blast protocol in Afghanistan. Pedro, like the dude is a legit hero. He's a war hero. He's saved a lot of dudes' lives. Like this guy's a fucking legit.
Body stacker.
And he saw, because I did this once before, when they were attacking Trump, I put the flag up when we lived in California upside down. And boy, he fucking saw that on Instagram and he kind of had a coronary over it until, I explained my position, not being ever in the military, but hey, listen, this is like legitimate. Like we're in distress and I hope that everybody else can see it. But literally, people need to get their fucking heads wrapped around what could transpire next week.
Yeah.
All joking aside,
No, I know it.
like have your phone on if you need something.
Well, we'll
I mean,
talk
like,
offline about procedure.
Yeah.
Going dark.
Yeah.
Jocko out. It's 4 a.m.
Dude, I don't mean to get
motherfuckers.
dark, but dude,
No, I
fuck,
get that.
it's like I've had enough. This has
Yeah.
been a weird fucking year. Like I want to be left alone. I want to fucking have my business left alone. I'm tired of fucking paying absorbent amount of taxes. The inflation is fucking through the roof.
Yeah.
Like I'm over it. Like I'm fucking over it. And I put myself in a position, Sherry and I have, where we don't have a lot of overhead, so we can weather the storm. But the moment that I have to start fucking laying off employees, possibly by 4 or 5 different employees, a few here, a few there, that affects people's lives.
For sure.
Because there's not a lot of fucking people hiring right now.
I know.
People are fucking hurting. We need to get this administration the fuck out of here,
Yeah, bro.
like ASAP. And we need to fix shit.
I think that is going to happen. I think the question which you posed earlier, which is the right one. What does it look like in the weeks following?
I don't know. I hope that there's fucking people keep a level head and they don't do anything fucking stupid.
I fucking love you, dude.
Dude, literally.
No,
like I
I
don't want
love
to
you
fucking
so
see
much.
it on a fucking wide scale, but dude, you start burning down my town, fucking it's our duty as men to fucking stop that shit.
100% agree
Because
with
we
you.
watched what law enforcement did. They did fucking nothing.
Yeah.
Fuck all.
They did nothing. Literally, they did nothing. And fucking cities were burned down. I had to board up my fucking store in Sacramento. We were living on a wing and a prayer that the fucking place wasn't gonna get burned down.
Were you guys even doing business during
We
all
were,
those riots?
and it was fucking terrible, dude. I was staying there, fucking, dude, like 14 nights in a row. I fucking stayed at my shop with a fucking gang of motherfuckers that were down as fuck. Cops coming through there all hours of the night, making sure that we're good. Customers bringing us pizza, fucking Red Bulls.
Yep.
Like it was fucking wild, dude. And I was not the only one, only gun store doing that.
Yeah.
Like my boys down at fucking Solar Tactical, motherfuckers had gunmen up on the roof just like we did. Like it was fucking wild, dude.
Yeah.
Like we didn't know what the fuck was going to happen. Local police were like, hey, we got credible fucking, sources that say that your store could be fucking targeted. But I think it was on like a bigger scale. They
So
were
can we talk about this a little bit?
we can.
So this was during the riots following George Floyd.
Correct.
Okay. So
Summer of Love.
yeah, right. I mean, this is when,
Dude, we were fucking fully kitted
this
up.
is
I had
when
a
the
full-on-
autonomous zone in Seattle
All of
was
it.
going on.
Yes.
And I remember when riots were coming through. I mean, San Jose, the freeways were getting shut down. I mean, riots were widespread in San Francisco. It was
Yep.
coming down 80 through the 80 corridor, Fairfield, Vacaville.
Yep.
It was going towards, I know stuff was going down in Sacramento.
Yep.
So you guys were kitted up. You had a full crew
We
of
had a
people.
plan. So I got a call from
What did that?
Sac Sheriff.
Can you walk us through? What did that look like? What was your communication with law enforcement like? Like, what did it look like?
So the initial contact that we had with law enforcement, we had a detective or somebody up in the ranks give us a call saying, hey, we have credible evidence that you could be hit. And I don't know if it was from like DOJ, ATF, but it was local law enforcement.
Okay.
Made that call, said, hey, you might want to fortify your building. Okay, fine, not a big deal. Immediately went down the Home Depot, made fucking shit to go over the windows, made a door, plywood, to go over everything. And then we just came up with a contingency plan of what we would do to keep those firearms from getting stolen and into the hands of mobs.
Right.
So the only thing that we could do to ensure that didn't happen is somebody had to be there. So I made a decision that I would be there every night, and I enlisted via Instagram and Facebook people that would want to help me.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just, I vetted most of them. They're good customers or really good friends of mine, and we fucking had a plan. We had rifles, we had pistols, we had fucking flashbangs, we had less lethal, we had vehicles, and we were ready to fucking defend Black Rifle at all costs.
And the cops were rolling through, and
we had
they
cops
were
there
aware of you guys.
all night. We had fucking, dude, I had cops sitting out in front of my fucking house while Sherry was there. Like, dude, it was very supportive. The agencies were very, very
That's
supportive.
awesome.
We had literally cars. Dude, I had nonstop text messages, phone calls from higher ups at the departments. Like, hey, is everything good?
What were the thresholds like? I mean, for your guys, is like when you were thinking, okay, cool, we know that this might get real really fast.
We just had an area of operation that we were all like, we had comms, so guys would be on the back side of the building. I had people on the top of the building.
But was it like what were your ROEs? I guess is probably going to be the best way to ask the question. Like,
we had a threshold. So
Yeah.
the threshold was the parking lot. Parking lot is private property. Anybody that came through, we had trucks staged, at each entrance. Basically, not at the far entrance, the very close entrance, we had trucks there. Trucks like right in front of the fucking store. So you couldn't drive in or out. And then the back entrance, there was not a way
Yeah.
to come in or out most nights. Now, sometimes we had very little security, maybe 2 or 3 different guys. And then some nights we had a lot.
yeah,
But the threshold was the entrance. If you came in there, you were getting you're getting
held.
held. Yeah. So
Yeah.
guns were pointed at you. Now, you might not have seen them. Dudes on the roof, for sure, had fucking crosshairs on your fucking head.
Yeah.
And if anything got out of fucking line,
And then it was just like, hey, detain until PD gets there.
no, we
or-
just said, hey, what the fuck are you doing here? We had a couple cars that just drove through, like customers, like, hey, are you guys good? So, but you don't know who those people are. Are you friend or are you foe? Now, we had radios, like scanners, obviously. We were listening to all the traffic around Sac Sheriff. We were listening to the PD. We were listening to Citrus or CHP.
Because I
like
would
the Highway
imagine,
Patrol.
a priority for law enforcement would be exactly what you're thinking, is preventing
Dude,
firearms.
they knew if we called 911, they were fucking coming. That was just the chief of police. Everybody was on the same sheet of music when that came.
Yeah.
They, I think, were worried that we were going to escalate a problem
Rather than
I think
de-escalate it.
honestly, I didn't think that they would believe that we could, hold our emotions back if shit went down. But
Yeah.
I mean, dude, all bets are off. Somebody fucking threatens you with a fucking vehicle a firearm, a weapon. I mean,
Yeah.
you got to make that decision for yourself. Are you ready to defend yourself? Are you ready to defend your property?
Now, here's the next question. Do you think you have the same support from law enforcement here in Idaho to have that type of stance?
Bro, I'm going to tell you this. I don't fucking believe I have any support anywhere any longer. I don't
Really?
trust. It's not that I don't trust law enforcement. It's just, I do have my homies in law enforcement.
Yeah,
right?
of course.
But I don't believe
Institutionally.
institutionally anymore.
Yeah.
I think they're a bunch of fucking cucks.
Well, I'll tell you if it
the
happens,
higher ups are a bunch of fucking pussies.
if it happens, the first stop will be making sure SimShot's got no guns inside of it,
Yeah.
and I'll board up the windows.
It might be just a good idea to start like taking your stuff home at night.
Anything that's like non-inert comes home.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, like all those rifles and stuff. Yeah, they
Yeah.
all, unless it's one that's like being used for the sim specifically.
Oh,
that
and,
has,
but
like-
those are all just air guns. Like they
no,
just.
they're legit. They're
I
just,
know, but
yeah, I
like-
mean, I have the bolt carrier with me. I have all that shit's locked
It's
up.
not a complete.
Yeah, it's
like-
not ready to go. Easy fix, but not ready to go. And
Is that all under your FFL? Is that how that works?
I don't have an FFL.
Oh, you're not an FFL. No. Oh, okay. Just curious.
I mean, I know I'm not. But,
Well, if you don't think
I
so.
mean, hey, doing
but then
what we
it's straight
do.
to it's straight to black rifle because that's the reality is if people are going to hit anything, they're going to want to hit something where they can
don't-
get ammunition.
yeah.
I don't foresee shit like that happening here.
Oh,
what
no,
I
I
agree.
what
I
I
don't
am
either.
what I'm really nervous about is how that shit got ramped up so quickly in Sacramento, little sleepy Sacramento, and then it started going out into the suburbs.
It was in the suburbs.
I think that's where my biggest fear comes from. I mean, I've had fucking cars drive through my fucking showroom floors and they get a bunch of guns. I've had people tunnel through the fucking walls and they get that shit's gonna happen. You cannot fucking be everywhere at once.
Right.
However, having a plan, it's an 8-hour drive down there. So if I have to fucking convoy down there, there's a lot of fucking time to think about what could or
Right.
couldn't happen by the time I get there. So that's what I'm nervous about. Obviously, we pay fucking insurance. At the end of the day, I don't want my fucking guns out there on the streets because
No.
I know exactly who they're going to be
In
used
the
against.
hands of bad guys.
And it's going to be used against law enforcement that might not have my fucking back.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm worried
innocent-
about that.
Or innocent people in their homes.
Innocent people in their homes.
Is there like a policy or a position from a law enforcement or federal law enforcement perspective when it comes to protecting firearms from getting into the hands of
California
mob?
has laws. Obviously, you have to have the building is its own security system.
But like when it comes to like defending it with lethal force, is there a position on that at all?
No, none. They don't want you to.
They don't.
No, fuck California. Absolutely not.
So California would prefer.
Fucking, I don't think anywhere actually you can defend your fucking property for life. You'd have to have a threat. But here's the deal: we were being security guards at that moment. So
Right.
if you decide that you're going to fucking ratchet that up, as you see dudes in the park, dude, we were breaking the law. We had fucking visible ARs slung. We had fucking we had fucking everything. We had
Yeah.
night vision. We had fucking thermal. We had fucking everything that we could have to defend in that situation and
Yeah.
try to identify. Dude, we had huge fucking surefire fucking lights that when we fucking shine them on you, it's like the shit that you'd see like on
spotlight,
Abrams tanks.
Yeah.
Like, dude, we did everything that we could to fucking be a deterrent. Now, if you decide that you're going to ramp that up, you're fucking going to get lit up.
Yeah.
Straight up. And we would have taken the consequences, and everybody that was there were there voluntarily. None of them were my
yeah.
employees that were on the clock. Everybody wanted to just help. I mean, dude, we had the community bringing us fucking soft drinks, pizzas. Like, dude, there was, not going to say a whole, dude, we had agencies from outside the fucking area driving their patrol cars over there, hanging out in the parking lot with us.
That's awesome.
And I don't know if they were doing that to just like
Show of force.
show
or,
a force, or they were showing like support for us, or they were like trying to see what the fuck was going to go down in my head. In my head, I had already made it clear. That is my life. That is everything that I've worked my whole entire fucking life is in these stores. All of my fucking money. Now, do I rely on insurance? Fuck, not really.
Yeah.
The fucking the insurance is trying not to fucking pay out anything when anything happens. A lot of these fucking things back in the day, when the car drives through the fucking showroom floor or the people tunnel through the fucking dude, I'm self-paying. Those are things that I'm coming out of pocket because you'll get fucking canceled. You know, it's in the fucking, the deductibles are so fucking high anyhow.
Right.
However, I made a choice And the people that hung out with me, those 14 nights or whatever it was, I think it was like 12 or 14 nights, I forget. It was a long time that I was not at fucking home. I was fucking up. And then when the store would open, I'd go home and I'd fucking go to sleep for a few hours and then come back. Those people made a decision that they would want to help me. And I didn't ask anybody to do it. I just, hey, put a call out like, hey, this is what I'm going to be doing.
Yeah.
So I made a conscious effort. If somebody was willing to ramp it up and they wanted what was mine, they weren't fucking getting it. And that's where I'm at now.
Yeah.
Same fucking situation. We come to this point in our lives. If somebody wants to do harm to me or my family, my friends, all bets are off. You better fucking think twice.
Can you, I know logistically it would be tough, but like, cause you guys are, from an FFL perspective, you're custodians of those firearms.
And the records.
Right. And the records. So can you take those guns off site and protect them?
I could. You're not allowed to take the records out of the building. And I have to keep those records for life. So the records cannot leave the building.
But the guns, physically, you could...
I can do with whatever I want with the guns. Machine guns, the suppressors, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
They can go anywhere I go.
So you could just box them all up and put them in a trailer and take them to a private location if you needed to.
If I needed to, yes.
Yeah.
The records, no. Records have to be kept on site.
Interesting.
And readily available during business hours.
So even if you were protecting them from being destroyed...
Oh, that's why I always say if fucking something really, really goes bad, a fucking flare is going into every single one of those fucking stores. I'm burning everybody's fucking records.
Yeah.
Because there's no checks and balances. Like the fucking ATF, the DOJ, they're all a bunch of fucking pieces of shit too.
Dang.
So, I mean, there's really no, like, I don't know. There's been situations where we were not like selling guns to people. Like, don't lie for the other guy, or if you feel like, oh, it's my fucking license.
Yeah, it's your
livelihood.
discretion.
It's my discretion. Where we were like, hey, this guy's a fucking piece of shit. We know for a fact this guy's probably going to do something. We've called him the tip line, called our agent, called our field.
Whatever.
They don't do shit with it.
I don't, really?
So they're all fucking, dude. The whole agency is a fucking joke too.
Huh. That's
But-
wild.
I'll tell you this. Don't fucking come to one of the Black Rifle stores and try to fucking do some crazy shit, because you're going to get fucking just as crazy back. Bottom line. But yeah.
Fair enough.
Thanks for asking.
No, I appreciate it. I was just curious. Like, I didn't really...
It was a wild time, dude. Like, literally, I was going like, what the fuck am I doing? And sometimes, literally, like, to be real and to be real with everybody that's listening or watching, these are... You're getting true Rob Adams. Some days I wake up and go like, why the fuck am I in this business? But I absolutely love what I do.
Yeah.
There could be a lot of things that I could do right now that make way more fucking money.
Well, and I think...
with less headache.
I think the other side of it too is like, it is a necessary service to the American people that firearms dealers are available to them.
Yeah.
It's
a civic
crazy
duty for
so
someone.
We just had our 17-year customer appreciation day last weekend, and I had multiple customers. I can't even count them on toes and feet, coming up to me, thanking me for not shutting the store down when I moved out of the state.
Yeah.
Like literally thanking me for the service that we provide.
Yeah, man.
And that makes it all worth it.
Sure.
Even through what we're down, you know, and there's just crushing regulations and the fucking, you know, people are just not out spending their discretionary income,
Right.
you know, in the stores. We still had so much support, and then hearing people, hey man, I came in to buy a box of ammo and I just wanted to say thank you.
Yeah.
That means that's like the biggest, like
Huge, man.
fucking,
Yeah.
you know, just even with ours that we just had here recently, wasn't the biggest showing ever. You know what I mean? But people are fucking hurting,
Yeah.
and I get it, and I'm grateful for the support that we did get.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know, and you coming and you weren't there.
I was working.
Fucking flake.
I'm sorry.
Just kidding.
I was in
But
Florida
that's where
working.
we're at, man.
I was in Florida working really hard.
You were.
Which we need to get into that
We
on
could
the next
cover that
one,
another one.
for sure.
I mean, we're an hour and 40 in, so you guys want to call it good on this one? Anything else you want to
Buy the book,
buy the book?
Area 51.
I'm gonna buy it,
Dude, it's cheap.
dude. I can't wait. I like conspiracy stuff.
Dude, I don't really
If
know
no,
that it
if
really
no quarter
is.
goes like half conspiracy theories,
Dude, we're
I'd
getting
be so
Tom
stoked.
DeLong on.
Bro, it's not.
Does
If
he
we-
still have that like Academy deal that he was doing?
Yeah, he's working. Yeah, like I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, he's working with like top government
It's like
officials.
such a crazy.
And everyone's like, he's crazy. No, he's not. And he's like, oh no, these are the people I'm working with. And they're like fucking 5-star generals and shit. Like he's like, yeah,
to the
no.
stars. That's what it's
To the
called.
stars.
To the stars.
Like
Academy.
Blink 182.
I love conspiracies.
for like the older generation. You've heard of them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just fucking with it. No, I got nothing.
Episode 15. Hey,
All right, guys.
like us, comment us, share, subscribe.
Dude, and our YouTube
Please.
is actually growing, and I
Okay.
have no idea why.
Yeah, I will say this. Please. Like, YouTube is where we are seeing our most growth.
Yeah.
We put it out on the podcast platforms. Instagram we just kind of use as a promotional thing. But like YouTube is where the vast majority of our traffic goes. Like if you have to pick YouTube and then Instagram. Like those are our two biggest platforms where
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If
Dude,
you want
we
to
make zero money on this. We
Yeah.
just we like the comments, the messages that we get. Like,
and it helps us grow.
Helps us grow.
Oh yeah, even if it's like you want to leave comments to talk shit.
And
Dude, yeah,
I'm good
we
with
love
it all.
eventually we'll make money. Oh, we were just talking about this. Let us know. Are you guys interested in some merch? Like t-shirts, hats,
Stickers.
I have a website built. I haven't launched it yet. But if we're gonna do that, then it kind of changed. Like we are gonna have to monetize some things. So, selling hats,
but it
stickers,
goes into
merch,
this stuff, guys. It's not
Yeah.
going into our pockets. Like we
Yeah.
need more equipment.
It takes a little bit of money to run it. I mean, it takes money to host this and do all that too.
Yeah,
so,
onlyfans.com/no-quarter-pod.
yeah. Jeremy OnlyFans / Jeremy's balloon knot.
Jeremy is selling pictures of his feet.
And other things.
All right, y'all. We're out.